Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. In today's video, I want to talk about progressing through life. I have a belief, especially if you're a man, where as a man, you're born into this world as nothing for most people, unless you're born in like a super wealthy family. So it's up to you to develop into somebody. This is a little different for women, especially as they get older, the more attractive they get. Men will typically want to be with them and provide for them and support them. But this still applies to women in general because everybody has a birthright to want to become as best, or as, for lack of better words, as best of a person as you can be. And so that's what I want to talk about, is progressing through life then. This could be in different stages. This could be in school, in work, in relationships, in business, and just different skills that you want to learn in general. I've come to learn that life is basically a skills game. The better you get at something, the better quality of person you're going to be around, the better life you're going to have. You're going to make more money. Things are going to become easier. You're going to become happier. So I've always said, like, the quality of your life, is going to be based upon like the quality of skills that you have. For example, if you're in sales and you're a fucking all-star, you're going to make a lot of money in sales, and you're going to be able to live where you want, drive what you want, eat what you want, when you want, do what you want, when you want, assuming that you have the time to do that, right? So this mindset that I have what's called a growth mindset. I've got a bookshelf in the main living room of my house with like 150 books on it. I've got a tab right now called Training Bookmarks with just a fuck ton of courses on it. I've been real big into like audio courses, audio books recently. I love taking courses. I'm always trying to do something to learn something new, because I've said this over and over and over and over again. Every time I have sought out to improve in a specific skill in life, and as of lately, it's been relationships and attraction and women and talking to like dating, right? My life has gotten better and better and better and better. So, for my business, for example, when I set out to learn new skills from people doing better than I am in a position where I want to be, my business will continue growing and growing and growing as long as I actively participate in trying to learn the new skills that I'm being taught. So if we look at progression of life from when we're younger to when we get older, I'm going to talk in like, I live in Florida, so I'm going to talk to you from the U.S. system. We go to preschool, and then kindergarten, and then elementary school, middle school, high school, college, then the real world. Okay, that's you're progressing through life, because the school system was developed to teach people to work a 9-to-5 job. If you want to start a business, for example, you don't need to go to college for that. You could drop out of high school if you wanted to. Okay? But that is still a skill that you have to learn, because then you're taking on so many different roles, and there's so much that you have to learn about business. But the first thing you need to get good at is selling. So if you want to start a business, the progression from there would be getting a product or a service. Okay, that's the first step, is starting with the product or service, and then learning how to sell it. And then once you sell it enough and you make enough money, then you want to learn how to market it, so that way you can sell without having to sell. And then you can start learning like accounting or taxes or hiring other staff members, and so on and so forth. When it comes to relationships, the process through that of progressing in relationships is you're going to start off by talking to someone, getting their number, going out on dates, and then eventually you're going to start casually hooking up, and then you're going to get into a relationship, and then the longer the relationship goes on, the more skills you're going to need to maintain that relationship, especially if you want to maintain a woman's interest, okay? Women need to be courted and dated the entire way through your relationship, okay? Women act based on how they feel, and so if you stop dating your woman, she's going to feel like you don't love her anymore. And even if you do, women think very differently than men do, because there are hormone imbalance, estrogen compared to testosterone. If they feel like you don't love them, even though you know that you do, she's going to start looking for exits over time and find somebody that's going to treat her how she is. And so there's different skills, right? So the skills in relationships are learning how to continuously date her, learning how to get her to open up and get her to communicate with you and tell her or tell you what's on her mind if she's got any problems with you, learning how to talk to her to get her to tell you about her day and open up to you, because women love talking about themselves. So communication with them in general, communication in general with everybody and relationships is the main thing. So you're going to get better at these the more women you start dating. It's not going to be like the easiest thing in the world to do, especially if you go through relationships and you just wing it in every single relationship and you do nothing to learn how to have better relationships. Likely you're going to see failed relationship after failed relationship after failed relationship. You're going to date people that are either really good for you and then you fuck those up, or you're going to date people that might cheat on you, that might lie to you, that might treat you like garbage, and you might continue to date those people because you don't know what it's like to have a healthy relationship. So your progression then would be learning about, like attraction and attachment styles, and then learning about like the difference of like how to control anxiety. And then, yeah, just like what a healthy relationship even looks like. There's a lot of different steps that go from there. But every time you learn something new and apply it, you're going to find a better and better partner every time. Every relationship that you go through is a learning process. When you go through school, you learn new things that get harder and harder and harder as you progress. And I would like to argue, seeing as someone I never went to college, I would argue that a lot of the stuff that you do learn, for the most part, is just bullshit, just designed to get you to go through the system, for lack of better words. And like I said, I never went through college. College, I believe, is mandatory for certain professions. Like if you want to be a doctor or if you want to be a lawyer, then you got to start the progression of becoming a lawyer or a doctor. Is you got to go through like pre-med, and then you got to go to med school, and then you pass med school. Then you got to go through residency, and then once you pass residency, then you're a doctor. I think that's how it works. Okay. Now the lawyer, I think you have to pass a bar exam to even get into lawyer school, and then you go through lawyer school, and then you become a lawyer, right? So progressing in life then, it's naturally going to happen. The more you live, it's naturally going to happen, but you can always make it better if you develop a mindset where you're constantly learning something new, ideally every single day. Whether that's reading for an hour or 30 minutes or an hour, listening to audiobooks on your way to work or on your way to the gym, taking courses, improving your skills. Like I said, if you're in a sales job, you might want to take sales courses. Like I've taken sales courses before, and I don't work in a sales job, but I run a business, so sales is involved. The bottom line that when you own a business, you have to be good at sales. You got to know how to talk to people. You got to know how to sell stuff. And the more courses you take, you're going to realize that a lot of sales, people will think that sales is like a problem-solving game. So you can't solve a problem if they don't have a problem. So selling is about finding a problem first and then offering the solution to it. But if you don't know the questions to ask to get those deeper emotional responses out of somebody, you're never going to be able to find out what the problem is in the first place. And when you develop your sales skills, that's going to translate into other areas of life, such as friendships and relationships. I have absolutely no issue talking to people and getting them to open up on an emotional response. I was talking to this girl at the gym the other day, and I come to find out, we were talking about nursing. She was in a nursing school, and I was like, nursing, like you when you're a nurse, like you have to like enjoy helping other people. And she goes, yeah, I know. I was like, so do you feel like nursing them, you being able to help other people, do you feel like that makes you feel good? Or like, what does that make you feel like, right? So those questions, and I'm paraphrasing. Obviously, I don't remember the conversation to a T. I'll try to give you an example of emotional questions in a second. And she opened up, she's like, dude, she was like, you have no idea. Like, I would rather help other people than help myself, if I'm being honest with you. So like when I got her to say that, that's why she's going to nursing school, because she enjoys helping other people. So let me give you like a sales question I like to ask, right? So I have a lot of guys that come to my door that try to sell me pest control. Every single time they come to my door, they immediately go into pitching their services. But they never asked me if I like what I have right now and if I have any problems with what I have right now. They just start saying, well, your company right now probably comes out every 3 months. They don't do the yard, they don't do the lawn. They use chemicals. We use natural stuff, so we're not going to kill the leaves, blah, blah, blah. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I pay for the top. I pay for the highest membership I can with my pest control company, and I don't have an issue. So in that case, then they would say something like, "Hey, you know, like, are you with the pest control service right now?" "Yeah, I have it." "Do you know what it is?" "Oh, it's All You Need Pest." "Oh, yeah, cool. We've heard of them. A lot of these people use it." And can I ask you, like, do you like your current pest control company right now and what they do for you? I mean, yeah, I like it. I like it right now. I mean, for the most part, they come out and do everything. Oh, yeah, for the most part. Now, is there anything that you would, I don't know, like change about your current company, if you could? Well, you know what? I do notice that when I started working with them, like they come in and they spray the house, but Jesus, dude, I had 2 black widows in one in my garage and one in my kitchen, and then on my back porch, I've just got spiders and spider webs, and it's like I'm paying all of this money for pest control, but yet I'm still getting spiders. And I'm in a wheelchair, and I've got a German Shepherd, so if something happens to him, and I'm not able to get to him, well, what am I going to do? Or if I get bit, or, you know, if I can't kill a spider like the black widow I had, oh, okay, so spiders is like kind of your biggest concern right now. Dude, you have no fucking idea, man. Like, I kind of want these things to, like, disappear, honestly. Like, I've got eggs up here. They just find a way to go. Do you see what I'm doing right here? So I just asked a problem-finding question. Do you like what you have right now? Oh, you do? Well, would you change anything about it if you could? And then I just told you my problem. So, yeah, my problem right now is they're not getting rid of spiders. Okay, so then you just told me that spiders is, like, your biggest problem right now. Now, is there anything else that we maybe didn't cover? So now I'm asking, is there anything else that we didn't cover other than spiders that you don't like? That might elicit another response. Well, you know what? Yeah, actually, I've got bugs that come in my room sometimes, or like little like ants or roaches. I don't know what they are. They don't look like roaches. They kind of just like squirm around. See? So you're getting me to open up. But if you don't practice your sales skills and you don't learn from people that are doing much better than you, you're never going to know how to ask those types of questions. Those types of questions, problem-finding questions, can elicit emotional responses in other conversations. So if you ask somebody, "Hey, where are you from originally?" "Oh, you know, where are you from originally?" "Oh, I'm from Florida." "Really? That's crazy. We're in North Carolina right now. What do you like about Florida? The weather here is so different." "So what do you like about Florida?" "Oh my gosh, well, it's a lot hotter up there. We have beaches. We don't have to deal with all this snow, blah, blah, blah." "Oh, okay, cool. Like, I don't, now, like I said, we're in North Carolina right now. Do you miss Florida at all?" "Oh, dude, the weather. I miss the weather. This cold, man, when you're from Florida, it gets to like 73 degrees, and that's cold for us. Otherwise, it's usually like 80 or 90 most of the time, and I really enjoy burning. And, you know, it's really pretty up here in North Carolina. It's really pretty. Love it up here. I heard it was super pretty before I came. But, again, I'm used to the hotter weather, and I kind of miss the hotter weather." So, again, asking questions like that. So that's me progressing in life, man. So I just gave you some examples of like how I kind of like spun off on conversations like that. But again, like when you progress in life, it's going to happen naturally over time. But if you don't allow yourself to learn something new, like I said, if I do something, I learn something new every day because that's just the mindset that I have. I want to become better as a person every single day because, like I said, my life, if I didn't say it, has gotten better and better and better every time I've done this. I encourage you to adopt a growth mindset like I have. And when you start reading books, taking courses, listening to audiobooks, and you practice these new skills that you have, I can guarantee you the progress that you're making in life will naturally progress a lot faster than where it's at right now. If you feel stagnant in life right now, but you know that you can always do better, I'm going to encourage you to start learning something new or improving on a skill that you need to improve on. Go out and practice, and you'll start seeing over time that your life is going to start getting better and better because you're progressing in life, building better skills, so that way you can get different outcomes, more favorable outcomes. Life will get easier and life will get better. So that's going to be the video, guys. If you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. With that being said, I'll talk to you guys later.